we see Saudi Arabia as the country of oil and strict Islam, where women wear veils and kisses are edited out from films. But suddenly, there was a new crown prince. He says he wants to reform the country, women get more rights and tourists will soon be welcome. The country has become less dependent on oil. At the same time, the people are ruled with an iron fist. One wrong word can have serious consequences. In this year of changes, I travel around the country and follow the developments on the inside through the eyes of the citizens. Are they just empty promises, or is Saudi Arabia really able to change?
Ja, het is echt een paradijs. Glashelder water ook. Parelwitte stranden en geen mens te bekennen.
This is the untouched Saudi Arabia. Over 200 islands in the Red Sea form the Farazan Islands. They are secluded, hardly accessible for Saudis.
Het ziet hier magisch uit, maar nog geen 80 kilometer verderop ligt Jemen, waar een gigantische ramp gaande is. Waar miljoenen mensen te maken hebben met hongersnood. Echt een groot drama. En als je dat weet en ook beseft, dan is het allemaal niet zo paradijselijk als het lijkt.
It is odd to travel through this country, not noticing the raging war in the neighboring country Yemen. As is often the case, Saudi Arabia is trying to mask reality. The unspoiled Farazan Islands are the pride of the country. Only few Saudis have been there. But 1,200 kilometers away at the annual festival in Riyadh, visitors goggle at the island's recreated beauty. Here, the polished version of the country is on display. It attracts many rich families with maids.
There are a lot of people from Philippines here?
Yeah, yes.
Working? You're working also for her?
Yeah, she's my madam.
Can you ask her what makes her proud about Saudi Arabia?
يعني انت مدام يعني انت ايش يعني حبوا مره من سعودي يعني proud لا
شو انت تترجم
كل واحد مره.
اوكي ثانك يو
Bye bye. Ze zijn niet heel toegankelijk.
This is the age-old Saudi Arabia, brought together in one area. Everyone passes through here.
Wat een drukte hier. Gekhuis. Salam.
Even the religious police is present. They try to call visitors to prayer, but not everyone supports that.
Een soort religieuze politie en die roepen de mensen op om de winkels te sluiten, want het gebed begint. En soms op een vrij onvriendelijke toon.
The main event can be found further on. The newly acquired American weapons.
So what type of helicopter is this?
This is an AH-64 Echo.
So this is a new weapon.
New weapon and the new version of the aircraft.
So what's the name of it?
That's the missile, we called it Hellfire.
Hellfire.
Yes, Hellfire, and it's the new design, which is Romeo.
Hellfire doesn't sound very good, eh?
I agree.
Yep. You're trained for this?
Yes.
Is this a helicopter where Saudi Arabia is proud of because they are showing this to the people?
Yes. We are really proud of it. Our creed is to defend our country.
But Saudi Arabia buys a lot of weapons, we know that, because they have a new deal with America. And but you said so to defend the country, we need a lot of weapons.
Yes.
Did you also fight in Yemen?
No.
No? No, not you didn't.
I just finished my...
Oh, you did just finish. But are you gonna? Are you gonna go?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure.
Besides buying new weapons, Saudi Arabia wants to connect with the West in other areas too. The royal house says that they want reform. The question is how far they will go. Will civilians get voting rights? What about women's influence on the policy? The Shura resides in the city. They are the country's consultative council. It is comprised of representatives from all regions. The king himself appoints them. The Shura has a pioneering role in the reforms. After months of negotiation, I may now take a look.
This is the main hall?
Yeah, this is the main hall. And this for royal family and the ministers for the government and the higher religious people. This in the first section. And this section actually in the middle.
Yes.
This for the Shura members. It's 150 actually.
And where does the crown prince sit?
He's sitting with the Grand Mufti there.
And what is the role of the Grand Mufti?
Government should ask him because if to go to the Islamic rules, principles or not. If not, they will listen to him actually. For that, it's a main...
So he has a great influence then on political issues also.
Absolutely, he has a great influence in the political issues. And this because Saudi Arabia is an Islamic country.
Will it be possible to choose Shura members?
You know, you shouldn't deal with us here like we in Europe. We need time to develop the way of thinking. Then we can talk about election. Right now, in my belief...
But let me say they could be elected.
Yeah.
What type of people will be in the Shura then?
It will be tribal people.
Tribal people?
Yeah, because tribal tradition here is very strong in Saudi Arabia.
Very conservative people also?
Conservative people. I mean the extremists.
Extremists,
extremist people in their ideas. Those kind of people would dominate, I believe, the Shura Council, if they elect it.
So you're afraid of it, that type of people can...
We are afraid about developing our country. Yeah. We want to be a modern country, and modernity would come with good ideas, not with traditional ideas that bring, sectarianism and violence in the society.
He believes free elections aren't possible yet. It would bring extremism to the Shura. The doors of the daily conference room are opened for us. The 30 women that have been allowed in for a few years sit here.
Shura is the highest consultative council to the king, and it works as some Saudi version of a parliament. We're chosen by the king at this point.
You're sitting in Jeddah at your home, and then you get a call. Do you go to the king then?
Yes, you have to swear an oath. You have to swear an oath that you will be serving basically our religion, our country, and our king.
Does the king follow every advice you give as Shura?
Everything is viewed upon by the king, and obviously it's up to him to decide what works best for this certain situation.
I'm trying to understand. It is called a parliament, but the Shura isn't elected. King Salman himself decides whether or not to take the advice. Lina too questions the value of free elections.
Would be your next step to be chosen by the people?
Possibly. Right now, I don't think we're ready, but maybe later on, part of it would be by elections.
Let me say that there was a possibility to be chosen. Would it then be able to have 30 women in the Shura, if you would?
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was by voting, we wouldn't get a chance to represent basically 20% for sure. So this is the minimum. It is definitely not possible for us to go below 20%. So there are benefits from nominations.
Lina is dependent on the appointment of the king. Mainly regions far from Riyadh want to stick to tradition. I travel to this area, which is difficult to enter.
Zo, dit is wel een mooi gebied. Het is echt anders ook. Maar wat een ruig landschap.
This part of the country is linked with the terrorism of 9/11. The hijackers that attacked the Twin Towers and Pentagon are rooted here. 15 of the 19 hijackers were from Saudi Arabia.
En van die 15 kapers kwamen er 9 uit dit deel. Uit dorpjes in deze vallei. In al die dorpen zitten ook vrij grote stammen die een vrij strenge invulling geven aan het geloof. Het is onherbergzaam, een beetje van de buitenwereld afgesloten, conservatief, ook arm. Veel armoede hier in deze provincie. En het is natuurlijk de perfecte voedingsbodem om mensen te recruteren. Het is echt een gevaarlijke weg dit. Nou, we dalen 3500 meter af nu. En ook echt super steil. Het gaat echt bijna loodrecht omlaag.
The villages are spread out over the valleys. On Tuesday morning, many villagers come together at the market in the province capital Abba. Farmers head over from the countryside to sell their products.
Salam alaikum. ايش عندك؟
Toothbrush.
And this is good for the teeth.
Yes.
Can you eat it?
You should not eat it. Just,
Just for your teeth.
just
Like this, this is good?
like this. This is Islamic use it. Every time is in prayer, you have to use it for prayer.
Before the prayer.
Yes. You want a cut?
Yes. There you go. De gemeenschap hier is wel erg gesloten en ook erg behoudend. En ik heb in ieder geval nog geen één vrouw zonder sluier gezien hier. En trouwens ook geen vrouw die auto rijdt. En er wordt ook gezegd dat die hervormingen, dat ze daar ook niet echt op zitten te wachten hier. Is it changed, this market?
No, that's before,
Same?
Yeah, before 100 or more than that. This market, more than that.
Are the people in Abba changed?
No, like before.
Like before,
Yeah.
still very religious,
Yeah.
conservative?
Yeah, before. No different.
Yeah.
Just only before, no money, no petrol in Saudi Arabia. Now it's good than before because the people get money. You make big house. Before the house is small. بعرى صداقة القبائل ما دخلها ناس واجد زي جدة مكة طائف من باكستان من الهند عشير ما عليها أحد.
So if the king wants to change something,
لا لا تنقشون
really?
مهما تطورت مهما جانا من أحداث عسير هي متمسكة بذاتها بعاداتها القبلية.
In this area, various tribes lay down the law. It is difficult for the Saudi government to get the villagers to join the reforms.
وعسير تتقبل التغيير ما دام لا يمس الدين لا يمس الدولة، فنحن نتقبلها. ما دام لا يمس الطرفين دي فنحن نتقبل أي شيء.
What happens if you touch the government?
خطر لا تنتهي. هون.
Why is it dangerous?
المهم انه لا تمس الكيان السعودي وبالذات الكيان لا تمسه وانتهى على كيف.
This is just woman. This.
Oh, yeah, all that. للبيع.
ايه
كم؟
Dangerous.
هذه سيمة 1550 وهذه سيمة 900.
ما شاء الله.
هذا من التراث الجنوبي.
الله يسلمك.
سلامتكم. سلامت.
Is it allowed to walk with the daggers?
يعتبرها كرام، فانت لما تيجي تسحبها خطر عليه وعليك.
Is it allowed to walk with the gun? Sila? Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Many people here.
Have one.
Many people. Every man they have land in the house.
Further on south, I drive over the country's highest mountain ridges. Houses are skillfully built against the slopes. There is a narrow road connecting the villages. The area is divided among local tribes. They mostly keep quiet. I try to contact a local farmer to learn more about these traditions.
مرحبا.
حياك الله. سلام سلام.
سلام.
بقعة الأشرف هذا نجد الحرم. نجد الحرم بقعة الأشرف نجد الحرم هذا. أيوة. وغرسوا لي الزراعة والتطوير. كثيرة كثيرة وكل لو بقعة كل لو بقعة. اطعم اطعم. اطعم اطعم.
Oh, جميل. ها؟ ناس ملتزم؟
التزم. جمعة وجماعة وكل فرد هنا الأذان في المسجد هذا والذي يأذن كل فرد ونصلي في المسجد جماعة ويأتي الناس يأتون ويدخلوا يصلوا وبناه راعي خيرية يعني فاعل خير بناه وأنا هبت أرضا وهم بناه فاعل خير وأنا وولدي نجوم بلزومه.
يمن قريب؟
إيه جيد قريب شوي أيوة جيد. حوالي 50 كيلو بين الحوة. ومنهم باصين هني لكن بكفالة يدخلون بكفالة ويشتغلون معنا بكفالة. أيوة. وأرضهم هذا ومحل شيء ناهي. حرب.
A few miles away, I seek out the highest point in the area.
Kijk. Het is heel erg rustig en dan heel af en toe hoor je dus geluiden van mortieren of andere wapens.
A few dozen miles away, a horrible civil war has been raging for over 3 years, much to the despair of civilians who try to survive.
Saudi-Arabië heeft in de afgelopen jaren meer dan 18.000 bombardementen uitgevoerd op Jemen. En er zijn ontzettend veel burgerslachtoffers omgekomen.
The conflict has turned into a war between an international coalition under direction of Saudi Arabia and the rebels who are supported by arch-enemy Iran. Despite peace negotiations, the war threatens millions with famine.
En het wrange is dus dat de mensen hier dus net doen alsof er helemaal niets aan de hand is.
The war is far away from Riyadh. It is a different world. Not a word is said about Yemen during the presentation of Vision 2030, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's ambitious plan. The plan announces the economic, social and civil reforms.
أعتقد أنه مكونات النجاح كلها لدينا القدرة القوية والعقول القوية في السعودية، سواء كانوا من الجيل الكبار أو جيل الشباب. عامل خطر لدينا باقي توفيق الله سبحانه وتعالى والعزيمة والعمل بشكل مثابر وجيد لتحقيق هذه الرؤية. محمد بن سلمان اسم.
It all sounds great, but once I return from the unruly south, I want to know if these plans are realistic and how far they go. First, I visit Lina at the sports grounds she set up herself. She's willing to discuss the future of the country.
How long does this exist, open games for girls basketball?
Since 2003, it's been running. Of course, we've expanded a lot since then. Saudi Vision 2030 clearly states that it is the objective to increase participants in sports from 13% to 40%. Then you talk about Islamically, like sports and Islam, it's huge. You look at the second pillar of Islam, which is Salah.
Yeah. You can sit there. I think it's a little bit quiet.
Oh, okay. It's all about movement. It's you're standing, you're sitting, you're kneeling, you're constantly moving. And then also like tawaf, like hajj, like...
These reforms, are they real or is it window dressing?
I'm a big supporter of the, social reforms of the Vision 2030, a lot of the economic reforms.
Would you support reforms on human rights?
Well, we have a human rights committee in the Shura Council that you can talk to, and they deal with the human rights related issues. That's not my committee, but they're active.
Our view about Saudi Arabia is what's in the news. And Saudi Arabia is mostly in the news with negative things, as we know now with what happened with the journalists. Whose fault is that?
You're not serious.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not, honestly, this whole thing about my part was not about answering anything related to this, because at this point, it's something that we're still waiting for it to unfold. You know what I mean? So I don't want to,
Okay.
It's something very, it's sensitive and we're...
Okay, Lina, we just leave that. Can I ask you one?
This is the tension among the Saudi population, even Shura members. Lina doesn't want to jeopardize her position. She sticks to the royal house's official story.
Do you think that the death penalty needs also a reform?
We do not question God-sent laws. So when you talk about the capital punishment is the capital punishment,
That will not change. That's not...
That will never change, because this is a country that's constitution is the Holy Quran and the Prophet saying. So obviously there are things that are God sent that we cannot change.
I head to the museum for a specific reason. Not to see even more portraits of the kings.
Nou, hij is nog geen koning, maar hij hangt er al. De kroonprins.
I head there to get closer to the square in front of the museum without suspicion. It was the location for the most heinous scenes. Locally, it is known by the irreverent name Chop Chop Square.
Want dit is de plek ook waar ze de doodstraf uitvoeren in dit land. De publiekelijke executieplek. En dat is dan ook gewoon midden op het plein ook. En nou, ik zie het afvoerputje al. Salam. Ze zijn het plein ook flink aan het schoonmaken.
Each major city has a square like this. Nationwide, there are dozens of executions each year. In very few cases, the executions aren't carried out after the order is revoked. Like in this case.
Nou, het plein ligt er heel erg vredig bij. Maar ik vind het toch een nare plek. Het is gewoon meer omdat het besef dat zeg maar, dit de plek is waar jaarlijks mensen worden onthoofd.
It's an appalling practice which I found incomprehensible. One of the most important lawyers in the Middle East, Khalid Abu Rashid, wants to clarify the death penalty for me.
There is
First, he wants to show me the city in his Rolls Royce.
Why don't you have a driver?
No, anybody drive my car. No, anybody drive my car. Okay, I have a driver for my children to go to school, but my car is exactly this car.
Nobody can drive it.
That's me, yeah.
Is it difficult to work as a lawyer in Saudi Arabia?
Not too much.
You know everything about the Sharia law also?
You know, our law, our studying in Saudi Arabia, it's also from Sharia. Yani not too big different between law and Sharia. Not too big different.
Oh, it goes in?
Yeah,
wow.
Because it's expensive. Sometimes somebody take it.
Wow.
But that when you close, it's go inside.
What a car.
Okay, please.
So this is your office?
Yeah.
Wow.
See? Yeah.
This is all prizes you won?
Yeah, this is all my history.
It's nice.
On which occasion you can get the death penalty in Saudi Arabia?
في المملكة العربية السعودية عقوبة القتل تكون فقط لمن يقتل عمدا. هنا يتم بحقه عقوبة القتل. أما القتل الخطأ أو القتل شبه العمد فهذه بتكون عقوبته السجن ودفع الدية.
That's law who's almost 14 centuries old. Is it not outdated?
هذا القانون سواء كان قبل 1400 سنة أو بعد عشرات الآلاف السنين القاتل يقتل لأنه يتعلق بحماية الإنسان إلا في حالة واحدة إذا أهل القتيل تنازلوا فإذا تنازل أهل القتيل لا تطبق عقوبة القتل وإنما يبقى حق الدولة في الحق العام السجن أما إذا أصر أهل القتيل على تطبيق العقوبة إذن هذا حقهم ويتم فعلا تنفيذ حكم القتل القصاص.
The one who receives the death penalty, can he ask for an execution behind walls or is it always a public execution?
الأصل أنه يكون أمام العامة أمام الجميع والحكمة من ذلك أن يكون عبرة للآخرين.
The death penalty, especially the public executions, meet resistance in the West. According to the lawyer, despite the reforms, this will remain untouched.
When it's a public execution, they see it as cruel in Europe. They see it as an act against human rights. What is your opinion on that?
ونتقبل آراء أي جمعيات حقوقية أخرى ما لم يتعارض مع شريعتنا الإسلامية.
Okay, but we don't give bloggers in Europe 15-year sentence. And also we don't give a death penalty to women rights activists.
ولكن إذا هنالك قضايا فتكون للتخابر مع جهات أجنبية، قبض الأموال منهم، التآمر على المملكة. إذا اختلفت القضية لم تصبح قضية مدون أو معارض، بل أصبحت قضية شخص متهم بخيانة لوطنه.
Reality is often distorted in favor of Saudi Arabia. According to the lawyer, bloggers are put in jail for being spies. Another reality, Saudi Arabia doesn't acknowledge its poverty, which affects many citizens and immigrants. I notice it in various districts in the country. We can only sneakily film it.
Dit is zeg maar het andere gezicht van Saudi-Arabië. Waar dus al die migranten worden gehuisvest. Het is echt een ghetto.
The foreign workers' situation in particular is suppressed further by the reforms. 10 million out of the 20 million Saudis are foreign workers.
Do you speak English?
Oh, I speak English.
Huh?
Yes.
Where are you from?
From Sudan.
From Sudan. Sudan?
Yes.
All from Sudan?
Yes. Yes.
Good, Saudi Arabia, life good? No good? Shwai. Working hard?
Yes.
Alhamdulillah.
Several of these men must leave the country soon. The royal house has decided their jobs should be fulfilled by Saudis. The Chamber of Commerce is trying to aid that cause.
I can work in the marketing department, I can do editing. And to be fair, mate, like, life is not like finding a job, making a life in Saudi is not that hard.
The unemployed Mohamed studied marketing in England. He has returned to find a well-paying job. The government wants to put him to work.
But if you don't have a job here, does the state give you money?
If you're not working, just in my case, they give you like about 2,500. That's mean 2,500 riyal.
A month?
A month.
Yeah.
Which is like, dude, I smoke, okay? I own a Jeep.
So is the youth a little bit spoiled here?
Yeah, I would say yes. Obviously, not everyone have the same circumstances I'm surrounded with. You know, just
everybody is rich.
Not everybody is rich. Everybody is having a good day.
Okay.
He is one of the 1.3 million beneficiaries the state wants to put to work.
14 سنة مدير توظيف.
ما شاء الله.
أول شيء مرحبا. إيش تخصصك؟
أنا تخصصي media with media practice and production. آخر أوكي ولكن I'm looking for steady income زي ما يقولوا.
هي المشكلة يمكن ما نحتاج إنه نساعدكم إنه ما تقدم. أنت عندك experience.
زيادة الوعي.
ما تقدمت. بس أنت
Mohamed tries to get himself a good offer. Chances are he will still have to accept a job he doesn't want.
We are working on the mindset of ours as a parents, as the brothers. That okay, this is lower level jobs like sales and And so we are changing mindset. It changed actually with the entry of females. It's changing.
The head of recruiting is open about their policies. I start to realize what the reforms will mean for foreign workers. If the plans move forward, the city will look different.
What's the impact on foreign workers who have to leave this country?
The impact is positive. One of the major impact, the money would be spent here because we are hiring local. Now, if you just go to the statistics, we are second country where money goes outside.
But it's also a little bit harsh to send them away.
It is. As I said, it's not an easy to leave them go. It's not. We are happy that they are leaving, but sometimes we have to take it the hard way. There is no emotion. At the end, it's an economy.
And the people who don't want to leave but have to leave, how's that going?
Believe me, the people who's been here for more than 25 years, they're having higher standard living than here. The maids, example, I see a real example, Indonesian maid. After 25 years, she will go there, she will having a better house than the house that she was working here.
After dozens of years working, Saudi Arabia is trying to send the workers back. They didn't have many rights, but now even their right to stay is taken away.
But is it possible that I will see a Saudi who's cleaning in this country?
There is.
There is?
There is.
Wow. Okay.
If you go to wedding hall at night, the Saudis are serving, especially the female. There is. I'm saying it's not. We are not shy of cleaning. We are cleaning our houses. We are taking care of our plants. But in terms of public cleaning, we're big. We still need it.
But why do we see it as modern slavery?
This is your point of view as a European and American. It's for us in this region, it's normal. It's a relation of employee and employer relation. I'm just brought her to work at home. She's having her right. But at the same thing, she's not the home owner.
But that's not the same rights as a Saudi has.
Our Saudis doesn't work as a homemaid.
Many things remain the same, but the effects of the reforms remain uncertain to many. I unexpectedly get a message from the lawyer. He wants to invite me to dinner at his house before I leave Saudi Arabia. We are joined by one of his colleagues.
This is traditional food?
Yeah, this is our traditional.
What's the name of this food? It has a special name? Sheep. Sheep.
It's take 4 hours, put the fire, and you close it, and after 4 hours, you open it, and then...
This, wow.
Exactly. Yeah.
I had a lot of interviews. Now it's more difficult. And I think it has to do with the story of the journalist.
Maybe after the dinner we can talk everything. Before that we can talk maybe.
I am taken to a side room. The call for an international investigation into the death of Khashoggi still exists. I try to bring it up.
Okay, can we talk?
Yeah. Oh, if I eat this, I die. I swear to you.
Wow.
So, Mr. Khalid, the case of the journalist Khashoggi, where almost the whole world is talking about it.
إذن قانونا هذه جريمة طالما أنها وقعت داخل القنصلية فهي وقعت داخل الأراضي السعودية. إذن هذه جريمة داخلية جاري التحقيق معها مثلها مثل أي جريمة.
But why not an independent inquiry?
وفقا للقانون الجنائي، وفقا للقانون الدولي، ووفقا لاتفاقيات فيينا لحماية البعثات الدبلوماسية، أن المملكة العربية السعودية وحدها هي المختصة بمقاضاة المتهمين، وحدها هي من يصدر الأحكام في هذه القضية بموجب قوانين المملكة المستمدة من الشريعة الإسلامية. حادثة نأسف لها ونحزن عليها، جريمة وقعت مثلها مثل أي جريمة في أي دولة في العالم.
That's the end of the discussion for them. They'd rather discuss the future. New projects that have been announced by the kingdom, like the megalomaniacal Neom.
Neom is a new project that it's on the Red Sea, in very strategic place with the best weather in the Arabian Peninsula, open areas, free zones, open the trade for all the Middle East.
Also for tourism?
Yeah.
Yes.
حكاية إنها تلبس بيكيني مو هو الهدف، مش هو ذا اللي شاهد، يعني هي ذي الحرية؟ لا ما هي حرية.
The Neom, is that the most important project for the coming years for Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, we are talking about $500 billion in that project.
حيكون لنا دور إعلامي أقوى والعالم يعلم من هي المملكة، يعلم مكانة المملكة وإن شاء الله تعالى انتصار المملكة في مختلف المجالات.
The reforms will not turn back?
I don't think so, because it's not a reform. Actually, this is us.
Exactly.
This is us.
They sent me north to the plains on which Neom will be built. A big plan to make a state filled with entertainment and free play. The Crown Prince tries to keep his power, despite Khashoggi's murder. All hope is set on this project. It will be my last trip through Saudi Arabia. I will take what I have seen while traveling here with me. The hope, the wealth, the despair and the poverty. Saudi Arabia sketches a future which they hope the West will believe.
حياة تترجم ديننا السمح وعاداتنا وتقاليدنا الطيبة ونتعايش مع العالم ونساهم في تنمية وطننا ووطن العالم.
For now, all I see is desert.
Nou, hier op deze kale vlakte zal een gigantisch gebied verrijzen, vol van entertainment. En het is Saudi-Arabië, maar in dit gebied zullen de imams geen invloed hebben. Twee werelden die dus naast elkaar moeten bestaan. Het oerconservatieve met het liberale. Het is toch een stille droom van dit land om die twee bij elkaar te brengen. En ik weet niet of het gaat lukken, maar het wordt wel heel erg spannend hier.
As long as Saudi Arabia is an absolute monarchy, supported by spiritual leaders, and as long as the Sharia governs, the divide with the West will remain. The reforms hardly help that. But I realize that, in a country where women and activists are oppressed, every step towards freedom is welcome.